Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our last game of the day for the Heroic League. Last game of the week for the Heroic League, in fact. BBZ versus TAS. And this has been a kind of a rough season for both these teams so far, I'd say.
Ooh, yeah, I remember I saw Team Asworth last season. They are wrecking things in the Heroic League. Oh, and they can't ban two people, unfortunately.
Yeah, they've lost two bans due to some subbing issues, but
Yeah, I,
it's
I,
okay. Yeah, it's okay. I think they can do it. I think they can put up a good fight even without those bans. And on the side of BBZ, they started out really strong this season, but they've been a little bit shaky the last couple games.
Malphite ban. It's the one ban they get, Malphite. Very scary. Does Nier play him a lot?
I think he plays him a bit. He plays him
Okay.
a bit. It's not something I would say is like a necessary first pick, but I'm guessing that TAS has something in store that they want for the top lane for a ban. BBZ, they ban mostly mid laners and the Jace, so trying to keep that down. I'm guessing that they're not going to run a tank very much this game. They're looking for something a bit squishier for themselves.
If Thresh
Uh,
going to Songo, it's a very fun support. I don't know how high priority it is. Maybe it's just Songo's really comfortable champions. He really just wants to wreck the task with him.
Yeah, and Thresh, that we've been I've been hearing it all about. Like, this is the champ. This is the one that Chris is going to get the pentakill on. He's going to get the Thresh pentakill. You're all going to see it coming live on stream. Be ready. Be ready for that. As TAS grabs the Maokai for themselves and starts up pretty standard. I'm going to guess that's going to be a. I'm going to think that's Maokai support. I don't think that's going to be Maokai top lane. I think Maokai does pretty well into Thresh.
Really get the bush control with the saplings. Really annoying, which I really hate playing against too. With the comment, it's just boom, 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 nukes everywhere.
Yeah,
The
and
Vayne.
I'm a little interested by the second pick from TAS though. BBZ's pick,
Mm-hmm.
pretty standard, but Vayne, interesting pick. Um, I feel like there's just the range is really short for these two overall. Like, yeah, you've got saplings, but the rest of it is just getting poked out by BBZ. I feel like.
Yeah. Like, do you think this is gonna be lethality or an on-hit Varus? Because I feel like
Hmm.
lethality would make Vayne's laning phase just very unfun. Like just having that Q and that E just keep hitting your face,
I
not really
I,
having the range.
I want to say it's gonna be on. I think it's gonna be lethality, but it depends what the rest of TAS is. It could even be now. Actually, I'll save that. I'll save it. See what their
Yeah,
runes
the
already
ultimate.
starts. Because there's one more build that I think they could run, and if they run it, I'm gonna be
Ooh.
like, ooh,
You gotta tell me right after the pick
okay,
bans what
okay,
we
yeah,
think
well,
it is.
yeah, we'll see when they get
Oh,
in
I
the
think I know
game.
the AP build.
Yes, the AP build.
Oh, I see. I saw
Gave
like
the game
TikToks on
away.
it.
Yeah, but it's a pretty good build. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it depending on the rest of BBZ's draft. If they could draft a lot of AD, you could run the AP Varus, have a little bit of that AP going into the bot lane, still be able to poke quite a bit onto the Vayne and the Maokai, and still be able to, dish out later in the game. But we'll have to see how this goes, how they draft. Is again the second round of picks. TAS they've got. I'm guessing that's an Aurelia top lane.
Yeah. I feel like they would
Um,
opt it into the Renekton. Like I don't think they would blind their mid knowing who the enemy top laner would be.
yeah,
Unless both are like flexing at mid, which is high potential. Potential. But looking like they're banning a lot of mid laners and junglers out here. Feel like they know their top lane. And then the Orianna getting picked on the side of Asworth, knowing that now the Aurelia's top, they can now BBZ can counter it, giving
yeah,
Asworth last pick for the jungler.
yeah. They've confirmed all of it so far. The picks, that's been mirror on both sides. Let's see if BBZ locks in their mid laner right here to kind of complement that. Oriana really good with Maokai, really good with Irelia, especially Irelia. You can just draw the ball on her and throw it forward and dunk her. And there is the Akali. So it's going to be mirror matchup all the way down for these teams on their picks. Jungler last thing coming out for BBZ, but I think it's a good comp from Azorth. I think so far, like the Vayne's kind of weird with Maokai, but I see the idea. Like you've got a very strong front line, and now you've got a scary AD carry to kind of continue that pressure. Like you just keep going forward, and no matter how mobile your enemy is, like you can just chase them down. I think Akali though is a good counter to that a bit, but if she gets spotted and isn't in that smoke, Maokai's just gonna lock her down. As the
Mhm.
Udyr comes through for BBZ, we'll have to see what TAS's last pick is. What do you think it's gonna be?
A jungler, a really strong one. Could be the Morgana. BBZ has a lot of CC with every one of their champions besides Akali having CC, which is
Hmm.
the Morgana could really help here. Just like letting the Maokai just run in. Oh nope,
Oh,
Skarner.
Skarner
I like that.
cap.
I do like that pick because it just like picks off anyone out of place. Takes away Thresh maybe. I think Thresh is like a really easy target to get, and he's just trying to get full vision, trying to walk
Yeah,
up. Really squishy champion.
yeah, and
Uh,
I think that honestly counters Udyr in a way if he's like going hard on engage onto your back line because you can just ult him. Like if you're Skarner, you either ult or you just EQ him. Basic attack him, he's stunned up immediately, so he can't continue forward. You can stop him right there. It's a good way to stop that. But also, this is something that can get a pick. If they catch out a colleague, grab her with the Skarner ult, she's not gonna be able to get away. She goes down. Now you don't have your assassin. Now he's out of the fight. Like I think I agree. I think the Skarner's a very solid pick.
yeah, solid pick. It also gives another front line just for the Vayne. Now there's 3 auto attackers that can just like face tank for the Vayne, and then the Vayne try to shred as much as he can.
Yeah, there's a lot of diving frontline on both these teams. Looking at the drafts, though, I personally want to give this to TAS. I think their comp. I like Skarner. Seeing a Skarner and Aurelia, I think it's very strong right now. At least the Aurelia. So I think that can work out. But who do you think is going to win based on what you see on these drafts?
For me, I usually think if the top side of the map is kind of even, which I do think it's quite even, I think it's just up to the bottom lane. So right now, I feel like the Varus and Thresh are just have more potential to really scale up easier than the Vayne and Maokai, as their conditions to really scale just needs to live, while Varus can really choke them out throughout the lane phase.
To see then we're a little split on this. We'll see how they go in as we get into our last game of the day, BBZ versus TAS, and we're just actually see if we can break something that I noticed at the begin. I just noticed right before this game. It's only been red side wins today. Can
Ooh,
BBZ break that trend, or will it end as a complete red side stomp for the day?
seeing how the Varus went Doran's Blade, do you think he's gonna go AP on hit or
I think
lethality?
I I'm gonna assume he's going lethality at that point. I mean, they still
Yeah.
could be the AP. I think you could grab Doran's blade just to kind of allow yourself to have a little bit of pressure in lane, make your farming a little bit easier. He is gonna need a couple items under it, but I would assume it's gonna be lethality. He is running lethal. Actually, I think it's gonna
Temple.
be on
Yeah, I
hit.
think it's
Yeah, he's
on hit now.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
I
running
mean
Lethal
crit.
Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's running Lethal Temple. So we've got two short range AD carries in front of a lot of diving. I feel like both AD carries in this game are just gonna die immediately at a fight. It's gonna turn into which top lane and mid lane and jungler's just gonna
Yeah.
carry it.
Yeah, someone's just gonna jump on them and then they just can't really play the game. Just life of an AD carrier.
Yeah, so I think in that regard, Dax and Hismi need to focus topside, and I think whatever top laner gets the lead here is going to run away with this game. So we should keep an eye out for that. But we can't ignore the mid lane either. Ori, Akali, is going to be a bigger carry than Ori, but Ori can set up those beautiful ultimates, and if she hits like a nice 5-man shockwave, that could decide the entire game right there.
Yeah, you can see like, oh, trades happening mid lane. Seeing how they're just poking each other out with their Qs. Mid lane things. But I feel like both lanes, I think mid is the most stable lane that could just like try to play to like shove someone out or just poke or even. Well, I think top is like a really high skill expression lane with like the Irelia and Renekton really just fighting, trying to edge each other out, trying to beat each other.
Yeah, and it wasn't, and there was a little bit of issue with the graphic in the draft. So it is not Gui in the bot lane; it is God of Gay. So he will be the substitute for this team, and we haven't seen him too much this season. So I'm interested to see how he played, especially on this vein. See if maybe he can subvert our expectations, get a lead for himself down there, and maybe be this extra threat that can decide the game.
Yeah, I like how the Thresh really went aftershock here. I know a lot of people like um what's that one? The one with the shield. I
You mean
saw
Shield
Keystone with
though?
the shield.
Oh,
No, no,
Keystone with
no,
the
no,
shield
no,
aftershock.
no, that
Guardian.
that's the one. Guardian, yes, yes. Yeah, a lot of people like the Guardian Thresh build, but I feel like here you kind of really need like a little bit tankier, just trying to hook someone. when like other people are going in. Will really help tank for their bears.
Yeah, that makes sense. And ooh, Light's taking a lot of damage right now. He's losing. He's winning the battle, but losing the war in this mid lane. His health's getting pretty low despite the wave pushing in. But now the Akali roaming down, maybe trying to help secure the scuttle. Good scuttle control is always good, especially this bot lane isn't very mobile. So Skarner shows up, it's gonna be a pretty easy kill unless Sangha can get Red out of there. So good to get that down early.
Looks like there's a play mid. You can see how the Renekton pushed out the top wave and was
Yeah,
put a deep ward in, and then hovering here, knowing that the wave is going to take a while to crash back to his side.
yeah, and Skarner doesn't see that Udyr there. Udyr does spot him out, so he's gonna back up. I think he's gonna try to maybe catch him, and he comes down. Yeah, here comes the Akali. They're gonna try to just corral this little scorpion. Run, little scorpion, run! It's a trap. Hisme gets stunned up by Dax. Dax going forward. Lights gets the hit. Hisme getting low. It's gonna be a first blow into Dax, maybe a second too. Gua getting just bear slapped all over the place. Goes forward, gets the kill, but Dax is gonna trade with his life. It's a 1-for-2 trade in favor of BBZ. Ooh, near Kiz juking it out. The Relia is actually got a nice lead right now. 9 CS up on this Renekton. He did leave lane for quite a bit.
Yeah, but the Renekton's getting a crash wave, so maybe he can equalize that or get, like, look how big that wave is, and it's a cannon. Maybe he can equalize some of the gold back after applying so much pressure in the mid lane. But seeing that Udyr is coming for the Skull Crab, maybe looking top before that? Nope. Just gonna catch the Scuttle Crab real quick.
Yeah, and he got himself some cooldown boots. Personally, I don't think that's the way with Udyr. Like I can't see it like for summoner spells, but I feel his cooldowns are already ridiculously low. They're like 4 seconds, so any cooldown reduction is super inefficient on Udyr. So a little puzzled by that, but I mean he's got the ruby crystal, so that'll still be useful. And any boots are better than no boots. They are cheap boots, I guess, so easy to grab that and something else.
I think the cooldown for the smite is really beneficial. I feel like that's what every jungler wants, because you kind of want like your upgraded smite as soon as possible.
I guess that's really that's fair.
But then also I feel like I actually personally believe cooldown on Udyr is underrated, because getting that quick transition, because like I feel like you really want your 2 spells up the most. You just want to like switch back to those 2. That's why the CDR is really nice here. But every lane seems quite even, with the bot lane just even in farm around 5 difference.
Yeah, got him. Almost ate a hook right there.
Scary hook, scary hook.
Yeah, if Song had hit that might have been if not a kill, at least quite a bit of damage onto maybe a couple blown summoners. The game kind of stalled right now, just in a slow pace. Everyone going back to the farm after that crazy early play. Udyr back to what he was doing last time, though, hiding in that bush, and now Dax running Gua, getting a little bit of damage on him. Dax is going to back off. He is spotted going to the bottom side, so they know around where he's at. The first Drake up Infernal could be a target soon for these teams. If a good kill, if one of these junglers goes down, or they maybe grab a kill in the mid lane, maybe one on bot, it's going to be a pretty quick call to go grab that. So both these teams have to be careful right there. Both these top laners need to be careful too. They may need to teleport down.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I really just should be telling the team back off, back off. Frozen wave, just League of Freezing top lane.
And here comes Dax 2 Sangha going forward. They're trying to get onto God of Gay. He gets the flash forward, gets the flay back, but here's Hisme trying to buy some space. Dax going forward. The Skarner going to get bear slapped, and Onbo is grabbing Siren right there. Dax taking a little bit of damage. Onbo getting a little bit of poked out, but no one manages to die there. Dax, though, getting pretty low, and Gua is here. He is level 6, and there's 3 people lined up right there. Hisme on the run. Maybe going to go forward. Yeah, they're playing a little bit passive right here. They do see that go down, though, so they're going to know that at least they're around there. Vision's going to spot out, I think, at least one. I don't think it's spotted any of them. Hang on, Gua in a position.
No, hopefully I think he got the cannon. Like, cannon's always fun to see.
Yeah, he's getting zoned out of that farm in the mid lane. Good plays from BBZ right now. They've been doing some pretty good work as Red gets engaged on, though. Onbo, doesn't get the Q down time. Red gets flashed, but the arrow comes out from Red too. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Gua getting slapped up by Dax. What's going to win? Man versus Bear versus Machine. It looks like it's going to be Bear. Lights grabs the kill for himself, and God of Gay goes down too. Red winning the 1v2, and he's going to take out, I think, Onbo too. Onbo, you've got to run, buddy. Oh, but he gets the slap back. back, and it's just a wave, and Red takes the 1v2 in the bottom lane. 3 kills for BBZ across the map.
I think we need a replay on that later. Oh, we are?
Gonna get the replay right here, see exactly what happened in that bottom lane, because it looked like Onbo and God of Gay had a pretty good position right there.
Yeah, he's lower health, feeling very confident with Onbo. W's in, misses the Q with a good flash by Red. Re-engages with the R, gets the E off, gets the Q off. Autoing. Exhausted, waiting the exhaust to get his autos off.
Oh, very smart play. And the Q for the snipe at the end. Onbo not able to buy the time there. Great from Red. He got so much out of that from TAS. And
4 sums for 2, 2 kills for none. Red playing out of his line for that play. That was insane.
yeah, we were talking about this being a top lane, or maybe God of Gay getting something going to get a snowball in the bottom lane, but Red, silently just building a solid lead here. He's 30 CS up, he's 2 kills up. He's gonna back and grab quite a bit when he finally does. He's gonna finish it here. I think he should finish his minions first. But don't want to get too greedy. Don't want to go for this next wave. Oh, he is going for this next wave. He's got to be careful. God of Gay could come up and just pop him. What, 1, 2? Actually, I think it's the rolled Q is going to possibly get him, but he's going to start backing off right now. God doesn't have anything to follow him up with. And on the top side, it's going to be a scuttle for TAS, looking to grab at least something for themselves. This is a very Pyrrhic victory. They get the scuttle, but they've lost so much else. And they don't even get the scuttle. Dax grabs it. Now Song is here to lock him down too. Hismi just getting beat up. It's a little scorpion kebab right here. Nier maybe gonna try to grab the kill. Hismi has to flash. He gets over the wall, but that is not good for TAS.
Not good. Still lives. So we take what we can get sometimes, and that's just our lives. And you can see right now, Renekton recalled, getting tabbies, or field plates, I think now they're renamed, and an iron spike. Go back to lane with a bit of damage advantage with the items.
Yeah, and those little saplings doing a bit of damage onto Sangha. And I think as we cast our curse to Hismi, like they've got the scuttle or something going. Ooh, Red actually getting the ult onto Onbo. Onbo getting super low. Sangha looking to flail him back. Ooh, gets the hook, but gets shot back. So it's not going to grab anything now. Red's going forward onto God of Gay. God of Gay is slowed down. He's getting so low. Is the snipe going to come through? Is it snipes? It's not snipes today, boys. TAS gets out, losing only 1, but 1 is still more than you want to lose.
Yeah, that was just feels like Red can't miss with those ultis. Hit 2 for 2 so far. Getting prio targets there just to hit the people in front of him.
Oh, now another Daxon lights on to Gua. Gua trying to get away, but gets ulted, flashes out, gets ignited. It goes down. Dax picks up the kill. And it's just BBZ all over the map. They're getting so much control. Every time TAS even steps forward to even get farmed, they're just getting picked on. Onbo going to try to clear this wave out here. But if you're TAS, like, how do you get yourself back into this game?
That's really difficult. I feel like right now you're really... Ooh.
Never mind. I thought they were going to go in on that. I was like, I might have spoken too soon about how they get back into it.
Yeah, getting their jungler, maybe setting up for the next dragon, setting up for bot plays. But nope, it's just going to be BBZ taking control of the jungle. Really, TAS can't do anything. And it's just resetting the Grom over.
Yeah, I mean, TAS did get the Herald earlier, but like, they can't even push any of their waves out to the point they can even drop the Herald, so I'm not sure how useful it's going to be. They have to find somewhere they can get a lead. Now, the Aurelia is, getting a bit of a lead on the top side, but she hasn't been able to have the opportunity to leave yet. Hasn't been able to go down and help out the rest of her team. And now Dax going in on Gua again. Gotta run. Bear not fast enough. He is not a hedgehog. He is not going to catch up. He's not going to go fast.
Fast as he could, but those little 2 legs can't beat the...
Ooh, Chris with a nice flay. Red trying to get Onbo right there, but he's getting pretty low. Red's got to back up. He might have bit off more than he can chew. God of Gay picks up a kill. Now he's going to try to pick up Songo too. Songo is gonna go down. A double kill for God of Gay as BBZ gets a little overconfident in the bottom side.
Exhaust went in the right time, negating almost all of Red's damage. And then taking that shutdown, putting it onto the Vayne, that is how you get back into the game. And you can see morales are still strong, pushing in the wave to get the reset. Maybe he has a full item or close to it.
Yeah, and we got to see if how BBZ can handle this. When they've in the past like couple of weeks when they've started falling behind or this a mistake happens, it starts to kind of build up. They start getting in their own heads and they start making more and more little things start building and snowballing into bigger mistakes. So we have to see if they can keep their mental going after the lead that they started this with, and if they can close this game out. Lights, though, here comes two from BBZ. Hisme coming in, too. He drops the scuttle, and the ult coming through. Gua's probably going to fall here. He's going to go down. Songo getting low, too. He's going to tank up this turret. Gets the hook down. They're going to pick up Hisme. He's going to go down, though. A 1-for-2 trade goes in favor of BBZ either way. We were saying they need to keep their heads in the game, and that's one way to do it, keeping themselves up on the kills.
Yeah, I see what TAS was going for, trying to funnel a lot more gold into a weaker lane, as every other side lane was going strong, trying to equalize throughout the whole map, putting the Herald mid, really trying to make the Orianna more effective. But turns out Songo with the quick rotation, knowing what they were going to do.
Yeah, and that was really smart, like knowing that hey, the Skarner's gonna be here. I think maybe that might have just been that Google was this there at all, but rotating over the catch Hisme. Hisme, probably could have helped save his mid laner if he just uses E, but he stops to drop the Herald, and it didn't even get the charge off. So they lose the Herald, they lose 2 kills. I mean, they get the one, but it's just on to Songo. And now to Kiz and Nier dueling in top lane. It's been pretty wet noodle up here. There's not really much action going on.
Feels like whenever the Irelia tries to go in, she just pokes a bit and says, "Oh no, I don't want to fight this big crocodile."
Yeah, and Kiz needs to be like he needs to find something here though. He needs to be the X factor that gets his team into this game because everywhere else on the map right now they're losing out. Sure, the Vayne is 2-1, but it's a 3-1 Varus. The Varus is up 40 CS. What do you do at that? Like it's hard to come back, especially as a Vayne. But ooh, Nier and Kiz now dueling. Kiz just seems hesitant to want to fight this. I mean, at this point, obviously they're under turret, but like it feels like the Irelia should have the advantage in a fight. Ooh, Hisme going forward, gets the flash forward. Ooh, but he's going to get rooted up by the Varus ult, and now Onbo gets locked up too. Got to run. Here comes the teleport. It looks like Nier's going to try to grab a kill. Dax on the side. They're going to stun up this bear. Vayne knocking him back. Another stun right there. Going forward. It's going to be 1 kill for themselves. They take out Hisme. Ooh, and the flash forward. Lights grabs himself a kill onto Vayne too, but now he is behind enemy lines and low. Is he going to be able to get out of this? Dax comes in to save his life. Gua trying to get him, but Dax grabs the kill. Lights manages to escape, and now Onbo is on the run. I think that's going to be Dragon, the second Dragon of the game. It's going to be a Cloud. We'll have to see if it's Ocean or Mountain afterwards, but 3 kills in favor of... Oh, it's going to be Ocean. It is going to be the Ocean.
The Ocean.
It's the Frank Ocean today. But yeah, that's BBZ. BBZ, all of its players just stepping up so hard today.
Yeah, like everyone's playing together, knowing what they want to do. Seems like seeing all those pentakills all this game, knowing they want to fight, team fight. The TP coming from the Renekton. Didn't really get stopped or noticed by the Irelia, so easily lanterned in and trying to fight that. Ooh.
I think the last time BBZ like they got their win was after it was when Songo was on, like I was helping with the broadcast, he was directing things, and he took the time off to be able to focus more on his team. But I feel like the directing it's keeping his team, like his team is doing so good when he's back on directing. He just needs to stay on the directing. He stays on it all the time. That's the secret to his team.
The director buff.
The director buff indeed. It's because he gets to write the script. He gets to write the script. That's why.
Exactly. Oh, you can see how like on the side of BBZ, they all have pinks. They just know that they want to get control over one side of the map and really.
Yeah, Kiz looking for something here near, dashing around, getting out there. Kiz doesn't have anything to follow up with, and Hisme is here, but not going to get anything out of it. Unfortunately for Aurelia, she is mana gated, so she's going to have to back off, maybe teleport back if they want to keep fighting. Hisme trying to take out this ward. I think Dax could take this, honestly. Lights is here. He's going to get slapped. 1 bear slap, 1 crystal Skarner kebab, possibly. Now he's just going to walk away. They may worry that someone else is there. Now he's going to back up, but he is surrounded. The other Herald is here. The teleport coming in from Kiz. Maybe they try to stop this. I don't think they're going to stop the charge, but possibly they can look for a slang here. Ooh, maybe not the time to engage. The Lights shows up. They grab the bear and grab him under the turret. Kiz trying to get away. Gets super low, but Lights goes through, pulls the Samurai Slash and kills him. Now Hismi and Gua here. The ult coming through, hits 2 with it, but Hismi goes down. Double kill for Lights. Gua on his own, flash forward from here, picks up the kill. 3 for nothing in favor of BBZ. They get a turret, and they are putting a stamp, well, honestly, a stamp on a stomp of a game right now.
Whoa, the juggling under the tower, and then I see Red getting another 1v2 kill against TAS. He's just built different right now. He just, nothing can stop him.
He sees red in his eyes right now. Just it wasn't even a 1v2, just a straight up 1v1. Like Onbo just kind of sitting there stunned. He's like, "Oh, my AD carry's in. Oh no!" And he goes down, and now it's 4 kills across the map for BBZ. They're 16-4 right now. They're almost up 10,000 gold, not even 20 minutes into this game. They've got a dragon on the table in 2.5 minutes. They've got Baron on the table in 2.5 minutes, and like we've been worried about them for the last couple of weeks, but I think BBZ, they're starting to come back online. They're starting to show us why they are considered a top team in this league, why they have been around so long, because they are a strong group when they are coordinated, when they get things going. And I think this is a good statement game showing, especially ahead of playoffs, that they do mean business. They are here to fight.
Yeah, looking like they have full control over the game, getting all the outer towers. They can really just go into the jungle again and have no fear, knowing that their items are stronger, their champions are stronger at the moment, and really, like, it's scary for the weak, not weak, but like not as tanky Maokai and Skarner to just walk up into an Akali or an Renekton, 5
Yeah,
and 1 Varus. Oof.
yeah, and this game, like, honestly, like, they subverted all of our expectations. We thought this would be a lot of decided by top side, like, at least top half of the map, and it has been mostly by mid, but top lane itself hasn't really done much. They barely interacted. That last fight was the first time we'd seen them really engage anything all game, and oh, Lights actually hang on the backside here, going on to Godage trying to run away, but the Akali gets it through, going forward. Is he going to get the bounce? He's going to get one. He's going to pick up the kill. Goes on a killing spree. Onbo gets hooked in. Songo's trying to root this tree, corrals the tree, gets the double kill over, and now Nier on the bot side grabs Gua. Hismi grabs the flash ult, but I think it's actually just going to drag him to his own death. Nier going forward, gets the stun. Looking for something there. Skarner staying around. What are you doing, buddy? It's a crocodile. Scorpions don't beat crocodiles. As Nier goes forward, and he's gonna pick up the kill. Goes himself on a killing spree. It's just fight after fight, and there's just no relenting from BBZ. They are just constantly just juking this out, and TAS isn't getting any time to get anything for themselves.
Yeah, they have no breath, no room. They're just getting corralled each side of the map.
Oh,
But
now
then you see the Irelia.
Kiz looking for something there. Gets the ult onto Nier. Nier getting so low. He's going to be a shutdown from the Irelia. Kiz finally able to get something on the board, but he gets spotted out by Dax. Dax on the hunt, trying to stun him down. Bear slaps one. He's going to try to grab something here. Red gets the snipe. It's going to be a kill for him. The stun coming through, but not going to matter for the Irelia. And now Gua's back here trying to defend. It's been a rough game for Gua. Very, very rough game for Gua.
Very rough. I can see how, like, after bot lane got a few kills, like, Songo can just, like, walk around and, like, not babysit an ADC. Look at a Thresh. Maybe he can get the Penta you've been looking for with all the work you've been putting in on the other sides of the map.
Yeah,
Not just in his own land.
Ocean Drake is up as much as that graphic likes to say otherwise. It's going to go down. Solo point already, 20-30 into the game. So about 25.5 minutes into this game, we could see Soul finally go through. Oh, you could see a Soul come through already. And if Ocean Soul goes through, I think there's just no coming back at that point for TAS. I think right now, like, it's on the Aurelia to get them back into this game. I'll try to do something, but if they lose Ocean, I think the hope is gone at that point. Oh, Dax with the insult slap.
That was so funny. He just popped up, just like I don't know, Mario pipe. He came back down.
He's just like, whoops, I was here. I guess I'm just gonna stay. And now going into a little farming pattern, TAS has got a little bit of relief to get a bit of farm, but if you look across the board, for the most part, they're all really down. 30 CS up is the only thing they have. It's on for TAS. It's on the side of the Aurelia. But look elsewhere. Udyr up 30 CS on the Skarner. And ooh, hang on. Mir
Oh,
actually getting a fight going. There's going to back out of that one.
There we
Managed
go.
to buy some time with Onbo. But on the farm, 12 CS up on the Akali. So not that much. But the bottom lane, 50 CS up almost exactly for red. And BBZ's bot lane has just put in such work there. The mid lane's put in work, the jungle's put in work, everyone on this team has been putting in work. Even near, but even though he hasn't got to really do much, he's here for his participation award.
I think he's done a lot. He kept the Aurelia under control. Really hard matchup. I feel like it's really skill impressive, but he kept it even. He also got prio to just really push out his lane.
That's
Got
fair, yeah.
vision. Yeah.
That's fair.
He played his role.
That's fair. Yeah, he's been the silent voice, I guess. That's not fair just to call him the participation award. My
Yeah.
apologies, Nier. You haven't putting up work. Holding an Aurelia back is really important. Like if that Aurelia had popped off, this would have been I think could have been a very different game. So
Yeah,
just
scary.
holding her there has been pretty good for them.
Yeah. Oh, who's hiding in there? Dax with the Udyr just hiding in. Oh,
Yeah, the bear
What?
looking for something right there. Ooh, the root onto Kiz. Kiz was
Ooh,
trying to
the
get
flash
away.
bomb.
He's going to get flayed back, but gets jumped onto. It's going to be one kill for Red as he goes on a killing spree, and now they're juking it out. Ooh, but he's tanking it. Red gets shut down by Hisme. The ult coming through right there. I think they may have gone a little bit too far forward. It's a shutdown onto Dax. Lights picks up the kill onto the Skarner. He's getting so low. They take the Maokai out. It's another shutdown for the Vayne, and now God of Gay is on the hunt. Songo's got to run. BBZ went a little too far forward, got a little too excited there, and it cost them their lives.
Yeah. Dax just really wanted the Aurelia. Didn't want another chance, but then it gave the Vayne the chance to really come back into the game with a few kills.
still down quite a bit, but
Ooh,
Vayne
yeah.
really doesn't need that much
Items to really be online, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, and once she gets those online, it'll be pretty scary. I mean, Lights is still able to get to the back line, but focuses down the Skarner that fight, uses all of his abilities onto Skarner. So Vayne, without the Akali there just to dive and destroy her, has all the time in the world just to keep shooting. There isn't really much else outside of like Dax charging forward that can get to her. And with that big front line between the Aurelia, the Skarner, and even the Orianna with that shield and the ult, that's just so much space buying for Vayne. And I think that's if TAS has any hope to get back into this game, it's gonna be through that Vayne. It's gonna be through buying her all the space they can and stopping Lights from getting to her.
Yeah. Really doing what they just did, trying to like make them bait out all their abilities onto one person, and then really just letting the Vayne clean up.
Yeah, and
But you
right.
can see, playing it really slow now, trying to catch the waves, slowly push the sides, knowing that you gotta take a breather, take it slow a bit more. Now that they gotta refresh, kind of, get a new game plan.
And this game plan, it's something to get them back into this. It's worked out in that one fight. Let's see if they can continue it going forward. Right here, Hisme over here, just grabbing some Raptors from himself. He's gonna have to give them up. You don't want to stick around. BBZ has shown that they will chase you if you even just stay within like eye range of them. They will go in. They're up on the siege of the first inhibitor turret of the game. The mid one is getting poked down a little bit. Those Baron empowered Canamians doing a lot of work. And the dragon up in 30 seconds. TAS cannot let them get this Ocean Drake. They're going to have to challenge it. But if it goes wrong, that could be the entire game.
Yeah, I like it how like now they're just like pushing sideways, not really giving an entrance for TAS to really go to even set up for the dragon. Now it's up 20 seconds. They can really just they got all the vision. Now can they just do what they're doing right now and just sit in a bush and try to tell them, hey, come, you're scared of us, no?
I thought it was going to be the Fnatic Death Brush, but they're just going to walk out of there. And it's dark for TAS on the side. They don't know where their enemies are. They're just going to let it go. They're not even going to contest this. Soul going over just slightly over 25.5 minutes into this game. Ocean Soul at that. BBZ is getting ready to run this over. TAS, we said that they really could not give that over. And despite those early kills, it's not going to matter if you can't even damage them because they just heal up after everything. As Dax... They look to that for that. Doesn't be able to grab anything, but the march is on. BBZ pushing towards this mid lane. The Baron buff is down, but they might just try to basic attack it down. They are going to do that. Tassage is backing off. They're not even going to try to defend this turret. It goes down. Onbo goes forward with the ult. And there goes God of Gay going forward too. They're looking for something. The ult on a
The
4
4-man
people.
Oriole
Beautiful
team.
ult from Gua. Is it going to matter? The Lights manages to get God of Gay. They're cheating this fight up. They take down Songo. But it's not going to matter though. The rest of the team is getting wiped across the board. Skarner goes down. Double kill over to Red. And that is going to be the game. Ladies and gentlemen, BBZ may have been down, but they are not out. They are back in this game. They are putting up a fight. And BBZ has gotten another win under their belt and move up to 7-5.
Well, you can see TAS really, really tried there at the end. Amazing Oriole ulti into the Irelia ulti, but just wasn't enough. The enemy team was just too strong, too healthy, and couldn't compete.
Yeah, and again, it was the caster's curse. We said that we brought up that red side won every point of the day, and BBZ has to upend that, make it so that they realize, hey, you know, it's not gonna be the trend today. It's not gonna be 100-0. We haven't had a single day where one side has won every game.
Ooh.
And actually, the last time this happened was the first. We'll take a look at this damage graph, but Gua did a lot actually. Still managed to get a lot of damage out, but this was a
top 3.
yeah, Lights and Red doing so much work this game in terms of damage. I think also Songo and Dax too, absolutely fantastic with their CC, absolutely good catches to set up those kills, and the team was firing all cylinders today.
They really knew what their game plan was, really. Try to choke out Skarner out. Really couldn't go into his jungle, getting caught out in the middle of the river a few times. And then just try and make plays into the tower. I think they looked for the mid dive, didn't see it, waited for the Skarner to come, and then top 4-man dive, really well played. While the bot side was already winning, really well played. Good macro, good teamwork.
Absolutely fantastic macro. What a great game from these teams. But you know, if I think this is good. This is good for BBZ. You know, it had been a bit. They hadn't really found a win in about 2 weeks at this from today. So you know, grabbing this win, it's a good confidence booster, especially if they continue this into this next 2 games. Their last 2 games of the season are Spear and Sword. So
Oh, the sister teams.
yeah, they get to play the sister teams. So they can keep those wins going through that. There's an reasonable expectation they could keep that going. They're going on a 3-win streak heading into the playoffs. I mean, that's going to be a lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration, a lot of motivation, just a lot of like strength carrying you through. Like that kind of mental can carry you through a playoff so hard. So you know, it's good that they finally started getting things back under their belt and under control.
Felt good to win this game. They play a really strong throughout. Not really any weak sides to their play, just all strong sides. Really impressive. Love to see
Yeah.
them through playoffs.
Indeed, I cannot wait to see them in playoffs. But that does it for us today. Don't go anywhere. We've got an interview right after this and lounge right after.
Hello, folks. Chris Edgeworth here for the final interview of the day, and I'm joined by BBZ's champion Red on Varys after that big win. How do you feel?
Feel pretty good. We have some things that we need to clean up, but it was nice to get a win. We were on a 3-game losing streak. Our support was actually on a 4-game losing streak because he got subbed out for victory against PTP, so we really needed the win.
Yeah, it was. It's always good when you get off the schneid like that, and this was a very convincing beating that you laid out on TAS today. So I'm sure that felt good. Let me ask you a little bit about the draft that you folks pulled out, as well as sort of what you were going against. The spicy Vayne bottom with the Maokai this time, and you were on the matchup with the Varys Thresh. What did you think about the draft that you guys put together and what you're up against?
I think it suited us extremely well. All of our victories came from winning matchups in laning phases, and a lot of our losses, we've been trying to go into a style where we're playing like strong side top and we're focusing everything there with a weak side bot lane, and it hasn't really been working out for us. So we decided to go back to basics, pick strong lanes, and we were able to win.
Speaking of strong lanes, you were pretty awesome on your own there in the bottom lane for most of it. We'll give you a little gimme there, but I'm thinking of the age-old. I'm really actually like dating myself. I'm a turbo boomer saying this, but like the OG Genja strat, where it's just the 1v2 bottom lane, where you're just like, I don't need a support. Support's weigh me down. I'm here to just collect kills, and then you just just collected a couple sending fair send-its from them into you. So how was it being this dominant on the matchup with the Varys?
Really good. I think a lot of it was them maybe not being comfortable playing into it, because they should have known that I could engage on them like that. I've been speaking with a couple of the mythic AD carries, and Koshi's really good at roaming, so we're gonna try to utilize that more. So I'm looking forward to continuing to do so against other teams.
Yeah, it was quite interesting watching the Vayne tumble and then walk outside of the minions, and then you just hit point blank with your ultimate.
Yeah,
pretty sick.
Yeah, the second she tumbled, I just knew I was going for it.
You're just waiting. Your finger's already on the key. It's already their screen's already gray in your head. So though you played really awesome in this matchup, did well with the 1v2 matchup, and certainly your team put out a lot of pressure in this with the lane matchups as you described. Now let's talk a little bit about the going forward and looking at playoffs, especially as you say you guys are off the schneid now. You break the 3-game loss streak. How are you feeling now with your approach to playoffs and the damage you can do?
I'm actually feeling really good. I think the past few weeks we've been trying too many new things, and it's negatively impacted us as a team. So I think going back to our old style, but keeping a few key elements that we've been practicing to enhance our original gameplay is going to be the way that we're going to win.
All right, Champion Red, thank you so much for joining us for this interview. Do you have any final thoughts before we step away to the lounge?
Yeah, congratulations to INT for defeating the undefeated UB. And that's all I got.
Hey,
BBZ.
If it bleeds, you can kill it. So now everyone knows they're wounded. They can be struck. So good luck for BBZ going forward. And folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the FOF Lounge.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, man.